Hi guys, it is Abby. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute since I have filmed, and I am, as you can tell, I'm a little nervous. I wanted to hop on here to kind of just chit chat, catch up. Pretty much, I looked it up and it was about 5 months ago. Sit back, relax. This is a life update chit chat video. Well, first things first, I'm sitting in my apartment. I never thought the words would come out of my mouth to really talk about this because I kind of just announced it on my Instagram. I'm like, "Oh, here's my apartment. Oh, I'm moving. Oh, I'm here in LA." But there was just there's so much that happened behind that story. It's my birthday. I'm about to turn 30. And mind you, on my 30th birthday, I had like this midlife crisis. I started crying and I was like, God, like, I don't know if I'm like where I'm supposed to be. At that moment, I was working at like a fast food restaurant. I was living in a different area. And it was just like everything was so different that I felt like my whole world was crashing down, and I was like, this has been the same thing for about a year now. It's been like 7, 8 months. And, you feel like you're like not moving forward, you're moving backwards. So I was in my trip to Miami, as one does, because your girl loves to go home and visit Miami. And of course, your family is going to be like, hey, come back. Like, you have it good here, like, live here, this and this, like, you don't like your job, you don't like this. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna like go back and be in Miami and start again. It was just like a lot of my brain being like, you're gonna move back to Miami, like you kind of did your time in LA. And because like I have everything good there, I have it good, like I won't pay rent. Like it was just everything in my mind was like, okay, be real to yourself and like go back to your family because you're very family oriented. So I came back to LA. I started praying and I asked God, I was like, God, do I stay or do I go? Like, do I stay in LA, tough it out, like see what happens, or do I pack all my stuff, kind of like move back to Miami and everything? And all I hear God tell me, like, literally all I hear God tell me, he was like, "Look for an apartment." And I'm like, "God," like, I was, like, ready to move back. I was literally, like, ready to just, like, go back to Miami. I ended up, like, finishing praying, and then I was looking for apartments. Every single day after work or before work, I would just, like, go apartment hunting. I would take tours here and there, like, this area, that area, like, pretty much any area you can find. And I found this really nice spot, and it was in Inglewood, where I was originally where it was, like, maybe, like, 10 minutes away from my job, and I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." My boyfriend comes to with me to the tour, and I was like, "If I feel peace with this, then, like, this is it, right?" I walked in, and I think my emotions were kind of, like, desperate for anything to be like, "Yes, like, this is it." And I walked there and I was like, "Yes, this is it." Like, I saw it and I was like, "Yeah, that's it." But honestly, like, it was like 1675 plus, like, what was it? Plus utilities and everything. And I was in my head, I was like, well, how am I gonna afford this? I don't even know if we'll be able to afford this." But I was like, you know what? Like, by faith, I'm gonna move. Like, I'm making good money at my job, like, whatever. Boom, let's go. So I get the contract and everything. And mind you, that was in, like, October, November, and then November, like, everything moved forward, I put the security deposit, everything's going well, it's going smooth. I was like, "Wow, like, this place has a gym, it has a laundry, I get a parking space." Like, the luxuries of life because here in LA, you have to go out and do your laundry. Here in LA, you have to go out and, like, find street parking. It's not that easy. Like, it's pretty crazy. But I was like, "You know what? Let's figure it out." So I go. So then, the week of Thanksgiving, I'm on my lunch break. Like, they sent me the contract. And mind you, I'm, like, reading it and, like, something, like usually I know it's bad, but usually, like, I just, like, sign and I don't really, like, read. But this time, like, I was like, "Okay, like, this is a big girl thing, you're about to sign for an apartment, like, you need to know, like, if it's good or not, this is and this." So I go and I'm like, "Holy Spirit, like, help me understand this." I'm, like, reading it during my lunch break, and then I get, like, a bunch of messages from my boyfriend, and it's, like, videos and pictures of, the place, and then I was like, "Hey, what is this?" And mind you, I'm, like, reading the contract. And he was like, "This is your new spot." And I was like, "No, I'm moving to Inglewood." And he's like, "No, no, no, like, this is your new spot." And I was like, "No, no, no. I'm moving in 3 days. Like, this is not my new spot." And he was just like I was at work and my coworker asked me, was like, "Hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna help my girlfriend move out, like, so that she can move all her stuff into her new apartment." She was like, "Wait, like, don't have did she sign anything? Like, don't have her sign anything yet, like, have her move in, like, with us." And I was like, "What? What do you mean?" And then he was like, Look at this place." So mind you, I'm, like, looking at the photos, and I was like, "Wow, like, this place is beautiful, whatever," but it's, like, a little further down, and then he was like, "Do you wanna check it out?" And I was, like, so, like, stubborn, and I was so set on, like, my apartment, I was like, "No, like, I already have, like, my contract, like, I'm literally about to sign it." And he's like, "Wait, like, after work, let me pick you up, and we'll go to the place, and if you feel peace," and he used, like, my line on me. If you feel peace about it, okay, like, be in this place, but if you don't feel peace about it, he basically gets me after work, and we go to this apartment, and it's, like, beautiful neighborhood, very peaceful, like, parking everywhere. I go in, and immediately, I just feel, like, this, like, presence, that come over me, and I was like like a sit type of thing, and I was like, "Oh, snap." And basically, she was like, "Oh, how much are they paying? La, la, la." And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and then she's like, "Oh, like, I'll charge you this, and, like, I'll cover utilities." And I was like, "What? What do you mean cover like?" And she's like, "Oh, like, this and this and this." And then because mind you, in the other apartment, like, that apartment had, like, a full kitchen, it was like a studio. It had, like, a full kitchen, it had, like, all the space, it had all the appliances, and in this space, like, there wasn't really anything. So then I was like, "Hey, like, in my other apartment, like, I have, like, all this stuff," and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, like, we'll buy you the stove, we'll buy you the microwave, we'll buy you everything that you need." Basically anything you need. What she told me is she was like which is, like, favor and grace from God, is that she basically told me, she goes, "No one has ever lived here, so it's been 3 years since, like, you set up this apartment and everything," and she was like, "We were looking for the perfect tenant." And when your boyfriend said that you were looking for a place to stay and things like that, we were like, "Oh, yeah, like, he talks so great about you, and we know, like, you're such a sweetheart, we've always seen you." And she was like, "Yeah, like, she's the perfect tenant." And I was like, "Wow," like, God had this apartment out for me, very crazy. Mind you, like, no one has ever lived here, no one has ever used the appliances, like, the bathroom and everything, everything's, like, perfectly, like, perfect for me. So I came in, there's, like, plugs everywhere, like, the lighting's beautiful, like, there's perfect space for my couch, and it was just, like, very, like, God-driven. So then, basically after that, I was like, "Okay, like, I need to figure out how to get out of this contract." So my boyfriend's brother's girlfriend so basically my friend, she was like, "Hey, can I look at the contract?" And I look at the contract and she was like, "Ooh, this is sketchy." Basically, they were putting up, like, different prices, and they were putting different things in the apartments to make it even more expensive without telling us, but it was in, like, the fine writing. So, basically, they were, like, gonna scam me out of, like, more money that I, like, couldn't afford there, so I ended up being here, and mind you, like, this is a one-bedroom apartment. Literally, like, I'm looking at, like, my bathroom door, and there's the other door to my bedroom. Literally, one-bedroom apartment in their back house. Like, who in, like who makes one-bedroom apartments in, like, the back house? Like, honestly, like, this is God. And so I'm here, like, freaking out, right? And then mind you, so she was just like, "Oh, like, when are you gonna move in?" And for me, like, I wanted to move in immediately, but then I was like, "You know what? Like, let me just, like, finish off the year at my friend's place, and then I'll be able to move in January." So she's like, "Okay, that's perfect. It's the time to clean, you know, during the holidays, yada, yada, yada." So which is perfect. So then I had, like, 2 months to pack and everything and get everything sorted out. I got everything sorted out, left on a good note with my friends, and then here I am. So it's just, like, so crazy because the fact that I have, like, my own restroom, the fact that I have my own bedroom, the fact that I have my own place of peace, and, like, I know I'm safe because I'm, like, in the backyard of someone, and I was like, "Okay," like, crazy. So then so then after that, I was like, "Okay, I have the apartment, like, I need a job," because I was like, "Okay, if I'm, like, starting in this, like, new season in this new apartment, like, something needs to change, right?" So I was like, "God, like, your girl has been struggling a lot, like, help, please." And mind you, maybe, like, 2 months later, I think it was when my friends Maria and Danny visited me, shout out to them. They basically came and visited me, and I was, like, looking for a job, and then I remember having a conversation with, Danny and Maria, and I was like, like, God's gonna open up the door for us, like, we believe it in this weekend." And we were kinda just, like, declaring it over each other that, like, something's gonna happen. And mind you, like, this is a weekend that, for example, Maria and Danny came over to stay with me for, like, 4 days, and then they were gonna leave, and then my aunt was gonna come and stay with me for 4 days. So I was just like, "Okay, like, I need to figure this out." Like, this place is not that big, but I'm, like, so ready to host people, and, like, I finally, like, got my couch set up, my TV set up, like, it's very, like, cozy, and it feels like home. So, yeah, we were believing them for that, and then I get a call from my, recruiter that basically, like, shout out Sandra. My recruiter that, like, I called and, like, helping me for a job, and she was like, "Hey, girl, I have a job opportunity for you if you're interested. Do I have an interview?" And I was like, "Yes, of course, like, I'm so interested." Did the interview, I think I did really well, and then mind you, literally, like, when you know something is the will of God for your life, doors will open right away. And mind you, months and months and months, I've been applying to jobs, I've been, like, getting interviews and, like, thinking that things were gonna happen, talking to producers and being like, "Oh, it's gonna happen," and then nothing happens, and then something's gonna happen, and nothing happens, so this job, they basically called Sandra, my recruiter, and they're like, "Hey, we wanna hire her. When can she start?" And I was like, "Whoa." They're like, "Can she start now?" I'm like, "Whoa, wait." So I basically put in my 2 weeks and closed the chapter at Chick-fil-A. We love the Lord's chicken, but I was like, it is a new season and I am here. I'm here at my new job and it is a nice little cute like office job. Yeah, like standing desk. We're having like a team bonding coming up and like going to Top Golf. It's just like very crazy that I'm like, wow. Yeah, that's basically the story of my apartment and new job. So if you guys want an apartment tour, please let me know. I will force my boyfriend to film it for me and like want to do because I've been wanting to film and I've been wanting to get back to talking to you guys, but I just feel like I haven't had the opportunity to just like sit and chat. Moving on forward and like my job. So like those are like the two big things. The third thing is I did dye my hair, so I went back to brown. I was, like, loving the blonde, but I think I just feel like I really wanna go back to, like, my natural state and feel like God's kinda just been like, "Okay, like, this is your season, go back to your natural." I basically had some friends come in, so the first trip I took this year, January, I came down to Miami, and I basically saw my dad and my sister and my family, and we went on a cruise, and that was so much fun. Honestly, like, I miss taking vacations. I really wanna take another one because 'cause I'm such a big vacation person, but and a big family person. But it was such a good cruise. I got to dance with Alma, basically had, like, my headphones on, like, we just had a disco, we went out to the sea, got a little tan. It was just really nice being with the family and just being able to spend time with them, and we had, like, bougie dinners every night. You know my family, they're, like, such, like, big foodies, so so fun. I went to Tampa, I went to a wedding, and that was amazing, minus, like, a little drama here and there, but other than that, we made it through. I feel like my life could really be a podcast, but I know that people follow you know what? I need to, like, stop caring what people think about me. I need to stop caring, like, what people think and say. But yeah, my childhood friend, basically, I've known her since I was 16 years old. Her name's Isa. She got married to the love of her life, and I flew out to Tampa to go to her wedding, and she looked stunning, the most beautiful bride, and I went on this mission. So basically, at the wedding, they have a coffee station, which I loved because I love coffee. So, like, her and her hubby, like, they were like, like, they had, like, coffee to give to their guests and things like that, so they forgot the coffee in the milk. So, basically, Brian sent me to Target, so basically I'm getting a bunch of items for her wedding day. They have a coffee they have a coffee bar. Forgot the coffee, so here we are. I feel like this is, like, the biggest Uber Eats order ever. So, Issa, like, calls me, she's like, "Hey, girl, like, can you run to Target and get, like, this, and this, and this?" And I'm like calling my boyfriend in the middle of this, and I'm like, I literally feel like I'm doing Uber Eats right now for her, like buying this and buying that, and I'm like, with my full face of glam, like at Target, and I'm like, hey, so my friend's getting married today, and I'm buying all of this stuff, and she's letting me drive her car, going like 30 minutes from here to there, and then I go to her apartment to get something, go there, like, basically just running errands for like the whole bridal party. And I was like, I was working, girl. I was working the event, and I'm like, you know what? We have been friends for like over 10 years, like as you should. Like if it was my wedding, I would be working it too, So I went, we enjoyed, we got to dance. I think the most beautiful part about it, obviously, like the whole wedding part, but I think in the reception, the most beautiful part about it is that when the bride and groom came in, they like went in, like how usually they do the first dance. They were like, the DJ, basically, he goes, I've never really done this. Maybe I've done this at like two weddings, but we want to worship for a song. And he plays this worship song. Mind you, thank God for this makeup and it stayed like big slay. I was crying my eyes out because the presence of God was so tangible. Like, it's so beautiful when you get married and you're like worshiping with your loved one, and like there's just so many people, like God-fearing people around you, like worshiping and like singing and like just giving it all to God. And I was like, oh God, like just let it go. Like, just take, like, if I could like go now, I'm like good with my life. It was just such a beautiful experience to be able to witness that. And then, yeah, then be a part of the wedding. Yeah, so that was that trip. And then I came back here, was grinding, working, moving in, etc. Friends, Danny and Maria came over. Good. So they basically stayed with me for like 4 days, and they were here. So I ended up taking them all around LA. So we went like around LA. We went to Griffith Park. We went to the Hollywood Stars. We went to Santa Monica. We like we got into a joke with that. We ended up like going all around LA, and I was very much the tour guide, which I am so here for. I literally feel like being a tour guide should be part of like my repertoire, becoming here and be like, okay, do you want to see this site or that site? So I took them to see like some Back to the Future stuff as well. And it was just a fun time. And honestly, them being there was just so great because it was so nice having people to hang out with and like God fearing people around me and just talk about God and stuff. And I was like, we're hanging out. I'm like, man, like I can't wait for next weekend. Like when you guys come over. Like it literally felt like we've known each other for years and being like, oh yeah, like we'll see you next week. So exciting. And they got to like meet my boyfriend, which is cool and stuff like that. So they were here and it was great. And then literally they missed their flight. So then they stayed an extra day, and then my aunt came, her and her friend came from Alaska to come visit me for, like, 2 or 3 days. So they visited me, and my aunt made this amazing seafood pasta, literally the best pasta that ugh, so good, I miss it already. And this lemonade she made, and she was so sweet, she ended up buying me groceries, and it's just so nice to have people that take care of you, like, I feel like being here in LA, I'm like, "Oh, I'm an adult now, I have to buy my own things, I have to do this, adulting, blah, blah, blah." I'm maturing and this, and so when she was here, I'm like, "I'm just a baby." So it was nice seeing her here and being able to have family time because I am a big family gal. 2 weeks later, my friend Melissa comes, and she comes visits me, and then we have, like, this whole, like, Disneyland mind you, I started the first day of work at my job was a Thursday. Yeah, I literally started work on Thursday. Literally pick up Melissa from the airport Thursday right after work. And then right after work, like, we chill and stuff, and then Friday, like, we're hanging out and stuff like that, and then we go to Disney on Saturday, and then Sunday, we're, like, chilling, and then she leaves. So it was just, like, a very quick trip, but it was just so nice to be able to hang out with her and, like, have those adult friendships that she was like, "Hey, like, I wanna visit you once a year," and I'm like, "Oh, that's so sweet," and, like, I don't know, it was just nice to be able to hang out with her and things like that, so yeah. And now I have just been working mostly at my job, and I have some goals. I just feel like I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel like, when you get stuck in the routine, like, I've been, like, praying about a routine, so now I really wanna start it, but, like, sometimes you get stuck in this, like, time that you're like, "Okay," like, because in my old job, I used to have no time. I had no time at all, and I would, like, get home super late, just knock out, like, get up, go to work, and this and but in this job, I have so much energy because I'm literally sitting down all day, and I'm patiently waiting for, like, 4:30 to come, and I'm home by 5:30, I have so much time, and I'm like, "How do I have this much time in my hands?" And I have so much time, I'm like, "You know what? I need to get back to filming. I need to get back to YouTube. I need to get back to just doing things that I love and things that make me happy because not that I'm feeling homesick. It's just like I feel like I miss the community that I have in Miami because when I'm in Miami, there's just like so much friends. I have like the girls, I have like these people that I can like reach out to. I have like a bunch of girlfriends that I can like hang out with here. And then when I'm here in LA, I'm just, like, alone, and I'm by myself, and I really don't know how to do it. I had a community before, and, like, I had a bunch of friends, but, like, it was, like there's, like, a falling out, and that was just, like, really hard, like, when you, like, leave and do things, and, um, it's just hard, because like, you feel lonely and, like, you kinda get isolated, and I was reading in, this book that, like, isolation is not from God. So I am on the hunt for friends, for godly friends that love Jesus and, like, wanna go to church with me and things like that. So, yeah, if you're in California and you need a friend, I'm here. When you're 30, you just, like, don't have mental energy to, like, go out and meet people and small talk. You're like, "Okay, like, I can be home, I can be resting," now I'm, like, a DIY girly, like, I dyed my hair myself, I did my nails by myself, I am learning things, like, who is she? That is basically the tea of my life. It's hard because I have, like, friends and family that reach out to me, and then I have, like, friends that reach out to me as well. But it's hard because you kinda see, like, everyone's moved on, and you see, like, everyone's, like, living their life, and they're grown-ups, like, that's completely normal. But it's like they're living, like, this whole life without you, and it's kind of sad that it makes you sad that I'm missing these events, that I'm missing, like, my best friends, like, babies growing up, like, I'm missing, like, my friends' birthdays that I normally would, like, go out and do karaoke with them, like, I'm missing out on, like, all these, like, pivotal moments that I used to have, like, community that I'm, like, praying that I find that here. and I know, like, this is the life I chose, and I know that this is, like, the sacrifice and the things, but it's just hard. It's hard out here, and I don't wanna come out here and be complaining, but I just wanted to chit chat with you guys and sit down with you guys and kinda just, like, rant, honestly, and vent because this is low key my therapy. And just being able to talk, chat with you guys is really nice, and I feel like sometimes when I get a call from home, like, I just hear, like, how good things are and things like that, and I'm just like, "Oh, I'm not where this person is, or I'm not where that person is," but I also know that comparison is not of God, and I shouldn't compare myself to other people and, like, seeing other people married and with kids and things like that. I'm like, I just wanna make it on YouTube. I just wanna, like, make it as a creator and, grow. So I'm like, "You know what? Like, this is my commitment to you guys." Like, I wanna commit to you guys to, like, film again and, yeah, like, maybe once a week. Let's try, like for now, let's try, like, every other week, and then if I get to, like, start doing once a week, like, I'll do it, but, for now, like, we'll do, like, once every 2 weeks, and then hopefully I can, like, get back on it, but comment down your favorite day that you love seeing videos, and I'll post on that day, and comment on any other video idea that you guys wanna see. I know someone asked me, like, how is it moving out there and, starting from scratch and, like, that whole journey, so maybe I'll film, like, a video on that so you guys can see that. Like, I really wanna be that beauty and fashion guru, but I'm more of, like, a yapper than I am, like, a fashion girly. So, yeah, um, that's basically the video. Thank you guys so much for listening and being here with me on this journey. I have missed you guys so much. If you guys are still here at this moment, you guys are an OG, please comment down below. How are you guys? Like anything that you guys have been going through, any like scenarios, stories, things like that. I also want to do that video where it's like Instagram followers take over your life, like if you guys want that again. I just feel like I want to do videos that are fun and I have so much time now that I'm like, okay, like, you know what? If I don't have friends here, like, you guys are my friends, and let's just enjoy this community together. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, give it a big thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. I'll be linked down below. And, yeah. So, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. God bless you.